I have one request and one request only. If and when my nipple inevitably pops out of this dress, as it already has several times off camera, just please jerk off to it. Please do that for me. Thank you. No freebies, no sneak peeks. Uh. Happy days, my name is Daisy Maize, and this is my YouTube series, Booning and Baining. Episode 4, if I remember how to count correctly. That is pretty wild. I was not expecting to get that far. And this is season 2. That means there's been 18 other episodes before this one? Damn. What are you doing here? I know it's not good content, so like, what do you keep coming back for? Is it the nipple? Hang on. You can have one freebie. One freebie, that's it. But the rest you gotta pay for. Is the other side coming out now? That's what I get for getting a clearance Forever 21 dress, bitch, and then expecting it to fit me, despite it not being my size. Whatever. Just need a purple corset to put over it. That's all. That's all. So yeah, welcome back to Booning and Baiting, the series where I, your hostess, Daisy Maize, take a seemingly irrelevant and completely random topic. Would you shut the fuck up? I'm doing my intro. Thank you. And I absolutely dissect it within an inch of its life in a way that it did not ask for and does not deserve, but that I love to do and will continue to do. And everybody can just kind of deal with that. Now, as you can see, I am currently wearing my Forever 21 finery, which means today's topic must be something glamorous, something glitzy, something filled with renown and class and upper crust. It's prom. We're talking about proms. The topic is proms. Now, I'm going to be a little bit biased for this one. Shocker. I know you may never believe this or even have suspected it at all, but surprisingly, high school was not my favorite point in my life. Wild. I know. I'm so well adjusted, and this definitely, everything that I am now would have gone so well over in high school, right? Surprisingly, yeah, it kind of did. But I convinced myself the entire time growing up that everybody hated me, and as a result, I just didn't let anybody like me. It was weird. It was completely self-inflicted. Most of my issues are. But you know what? Prom is just one of the many examples of things that I didn't go to because me and my friends were doing something else. In this case, we went bowling, and we each named ourselves on the bowling screen after one of the cats from Cats, the musical. And this was before the fucking god-awful Taylor Swift movie, alright? I don't blame her for that, okay? I blame James Corden. It's usually a good bet just to blame him to be safe. And Andrew Lloyd Webber, that fucking cunt. I hate him. I hate that man so fucking much with a burning passion. Eat shit, ALW, wherever the fuck you are. Probably another beach house not paying his fucking actors. What was I saying? Oh yeah, prom. So, prom, yeah, didn't go to it. And frankly, I don't wish that I had. You know what I mean? High school for me was, I liked the freedom I had as a teenager, and I liked being a teenager to an extent. But I absolutely hated, you know what, not hated. Hated is a strong word. I did not feel attached to my high school at all. I even went back to visit recently after I got back from Wyoming, like 2 years ago. So not that recently. I lied to you. Did you like that? I enjoyed doing it. I hope you liked receiving it. Anyway, I went back to my high school to see if I would feel some type of way, and I really didn't. Also, they changed the rules so that you couldn't go in and visit like teachers until after school. So I went in like in the middle of the day, and I was like, "Hey, I wanted to come in and visit my old music teacher." They were just like, "Yeah, no, you can't do that." And I was like, "Oh, all right, well, bye." Now, in their defense, I probably looked like a school shooter because I wear the same like leather bomber jacket everywhere I go. I'm not a school shooter. I'm just a theater kid. That's all. I just watched Treasure Planet a few too many times and wanted to be like Jim Hawkins. That's all. But I was like 28 and I hadn't visited yet, so I can see why it looks a little a little sus. But yeah, didn't really feel any particular attachment, and that comes back to me talking about prom. So let's get right into it. Boon number 1, it's going to be hard for me to find positive things to say about the prom because I didn't go to my prom, and I don't particularly care for proms in general. School dances in general are not that fun for me. I actually snuck out of a school dance once in middle school. It was the first school dance I ever went to. I think it was like 6th or 7th grade, I don't know. You know, back when everything started to suck and was an ominous portent of how everything would inevitably suck. Of course, not now. I'm so much more well-adjusted now. But at the time, this may surprise you, I didn't like really hanging out with people, and I certainly didn't like parties, and I especially didn't like party atmospheres like dances. So, like, not that long into the night at all, maybe an hour and a half, I lied to the people in charge, to the chaperones, because you weren't allowed to leave the dance. Once you were there, you were like there. You were basically prisoners. I just was like, hey, I left something in my coat. Can I go get it? We put all of our coats in the cafeteria, right? And I was like, can I go get something from my coat? And they were like, yeah, just be back soon. And I was like, okay, sure. I go to the cafeteria, I get my coat, I call my mom, I ask her to pick me up. I sneak out through the doors of the cafeteria and I leave. My friends text me later like, are you okay? Where did you go? And I was like, oh yeah, I just left. I didn't want to be there anymore. So I just dipped. I was a good kid, so nobody ever like came after me or anything. I don't think I got disciplined at all. I don't think anybody even brought it up except for my friends. Yeah, to this day, I don't regret it. I also don't regret not going to prom. Funny enough. Boon number 1, I guess, comes back to the fact that anything you do in high school doesn't mean fucking anything. Nothing you do in high school means anything at all. So, by extension, whether or not you go to prom doesn't matter. If you have good memories of prom, fantastic. I'm glad you have those. If you don't have good memories of prom, it's okay. They don't matter. And if you didn't go to prom and you have no memories of it at all, or you got drunk and so you have no memories of it at all, that's okay too. Unless you did some like terrible thing that has haunted you forever ever since, you really don't need to worry about it. You don't need to think about prom because I guarantee you, nobody ever fucking thinks about prom ever again. Never in their life. Doesn't matter. Since I've graduated high school, I haven't even thought about high school, much less prom. Okay? And I just turned 30. So it just goes to show you, time heals all wounds and also erases all memory. My dementia is setting in and I'm getting nice and comfy with it. Bane number 1 is that America specifically really seems to make a big fucking deal about proms. I don't know if proms are a thing in anywhere else. I think they are in the UK, right? I don't know. I'm sure it's not just like exclusively an American invention. But then again, they don't really go too crazy for Halloween in the UK, so I don't know. If you're from the UK, please sound off in the comments below and let me know if you have proms. God, you know, when I picked this topic, I really was like, no, this won't just be me ranting. That's exactly what it's been. It's exclusively what it's been. And it's exclusively what it'll be. You can X out of the video now if that's not really your fancy. I understand. I understand. I have to listen to me too, so I know. So yeah, bane number 1 is that proms are made to be a much bigger deal in America than they really, really are. They're made to act like, just like high school is made to seem like it's the most important point in a person's life. And quite simply, that is not the case. Nothing you do in high school, and by extension, nothing that you do at prom, fucking matters at all unless you get pregnant. And even then, you can probably bounce back from that. And I'm not just talking abortion. I'm talking about you can probably get your GED and raise a child and have a wonderful life and never think about high school ever again. Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter how your happy life got started, as long as you're living a happy life, period. Period, sis. Period, sis. For example, I wasn't doing this in high school. Hell, I wasn't even doing theater in high school. I didn't start theater till college. All right, let's move on to boon number 2 because I'm running out of things to complain about. That's not true. I have plenty to complain about, but I'm running out of ways to keep what I'm complaining about on track. So, boon number 1. Boon number 1. Boon number 1 is that proms nowadays are a lot more inclusive. I have to say, I did not think I would live to see the day when people were like able to, like gay guys were able to go to prom with other gay guys and people wouldn't bat an eye. But we're kind of there. It's not really cool to be homophobic anymore, you know? Like, especially amongst the younger generations, they're a lot more chill about fucking everything. Everybody's gay, everybody's bi, and everybody's straight, and it doesn't fucking matter. Nothing matters. They're a little more focused on nihilism than they are about sexual orientation, and bitch, same. So yeah, it's really nice to see that prom is something for somebody. I love that. I love that for them. But bane number 2 is that when I was going to school, I think there was one other person like under the queer umbrella that I knew of, and he was bisexual. And we weren't close. We weren't really friends or anything. I didn't have any problem with him. But I don't think I could have told you. I think the only other queers I knew of in my high school were lesbians. I don't think I knew of any other gay dudes in my high school, or bi dudes except for that one. So it was kind of slim pickings if I wanted to take somebody to prom in the first place. And I don't want to harp on it. I don't want to be like, poor me, poor me. I'm fine. but it's a testament to that time period, which was the mid 2000, well, God, when was I a senior? 2011, 2012, give or take. We still had a little bit of a ways to go at the time. So there really wasn't much point in me going to prom unless I was just going to hang out with my friends. And I went to hang out with my friends instead, and we went bowling, and it was fun. I think we got pizza or something. No, I think we went to a diner. I love that diner. I think it's still there. Anyway, so yeah, bane number 2 is that even if I wanted to go to prom, I wouldn't have really had an option to, you know, not really. Not if I wanted to go the traditional route. Lots of other queers definitely did and have and could, and they're braver than I was. But I also didn't care that much. I think I care more now than I did then. You know what I mean? But also still not that much. But here I am talking about it, so maybe I'm just full of shit. I don't know. I'll work it out in therapy another day. Here's my nipple. Just at any point, if I need to like change the topic, just dead behind the eyes. Love it. Love that for me. So, boon number 3. Girl, this is the most I've thought about proms in a while. Boon number 3, I guess they make for a really good setting for the third act of a lot of teen movies. I mean, I think of Mean Girls. I think of Mean Girls. And I don't think that was even prom. I think that was like Homecoming or something, right? Whatever. Point is, proms make for very interesting settings in a lot of teen movies, and they're almost always at the third act, and it's always like the thing that's been built up to. And I won't lie, you know, that's a trope that's fun. I like that trope. It's provided lots of very interesting moments in movies, even if it's just like cathartic for those of us who like didn't have a great high school experience. It's nice to see on screen, and on stage, but mostly on screen, something a little bit better than our experience play out, you know? That's always fun, but it also doesn't always happen. Bane number 3 is Carrie by Stephen King. Just flat out, just an object lesson against ever going to prom on the off chance that somebody that was mistreated in your school maybe decides to use that as a proving ground. I mean, I don't think they're going to have superpowers, but they might have a gun. So just like, listen, I live in America, okay? We gotta live in reality, unfortunately. And, you know, prom just isn't really that safe anymore. You don't have to, like, just be wary of Carrie and her superpowers. Like, gun violence is at an all-time high in our country. And school shootings are not exactly uncommon. And it's just a bit of a shame. Overall, I'm having a hard time ranking proms, whether it's an overall boon or an overall bane. It really is 50-50. It depends on who you ask. Maybe I need a third option. You think I need a third option for this? I acknowledge that the prom can be either a boon or a bane. I will say for me personally, it is a bane. And that doesn't mean anybody should stop going to their proms. I've seen some wonderful videos of people like thrifting and making from scratch their own prom dresses, and that's so fun. I love that. Otherwise, you know, I don't really need them in my life, although I will say I do like adult proms. Adult proms are a boon. Those I like. I enjoy people who didn't really get to have a great prom experience in high school get to have it retroactively as an adult. I think that's adorable. That's wonderful. I think that's all I have to say about proms. It's a lot more than I thought I would say about anything even remotely similar to school dances. So this one was pushing myself a bit out of my comfort zone. So I hope you all enjoyed and respected that. And if you didn't, I don't know, get the fuck off my lawn. I don't know. Sexy. Anyway, sounded like a cow mooing. If any one of you motherfuckers calls me a heifer, I will come to your house and I will rip out your extensions. They weren't even good extensions. I just tried to toss the hair that is not there. Anyway, that's it for this episode. I hope you liked it. It was certainly a bit weirder, a bit more somber than I was expecting, but it was still a lot of fun to make. If you did like the video, please like the video, leave a comment, share the video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I post more videos like this every single week usually, unless I forget or unless I don't feel like it. Either is possible. And the algorithm can't tell me what to do. Eat shit, YouTube algorithm. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Also, if you do subscribe, be sure to hit that nifty little notification bell so that you get notifications every single time I post some brand new plant-based clowny cross-dressing cartoon content. Oh, this has been a blast, hasn't it? And not like a Carrie blast, like not blasting, you know, people against walls or anything. Like, it's just a fun time, unlike most proms. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Once again, my name is Daisy Maize, and I am wishing you all some happy days. Mwah. No, you listen. I am Mackenzie Zales, head cheerleader, homecoming queen, part-time motherfucking model. Now give me the crown that is so rightfully mine. Also, wasn't she balding in that scene? Most popular girls in school is so fucking lit. So good. Also, I've just discovered Class of '09 because of TikTok finally telling me what it was. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. That's so fucking. It's so funny. It's so stupid. Oh my god. Oh, flash me a titty, bitch.